Hey, Determined Destiny family, this is Coach Kevin coming back at you with another video for our excited, regenerated community of Determined Destiny followers. Hey, the number's growing. We're doing some outreach efforts. We're collecting some leads and doing some really positive things to connect within our community. I told you a couple weeks ago that we were connecting with schools in our neighborhood to allow our schools to be able to implement some of the Determined Destiny curriculum within the schools, and we're calling that Turf Talks. And so what this does is allow our teachers and our coaches to have some quick conversations with kids about being more determined about their destiny and developing their character. So you're really going to like this if you are willing to jump into this. So what we've been able to do is expand this to our youth football teams and our youth basketball teams and allow them to have some turf talks with their kids and with their families around specific topics that are geared towards helping our young men be the best that they can be, because that's what Determined Destiny is all about. Hey, I'm Coach Kevin. DeterminedDestiny.org is the website where you can learn a little bit more about us and our mission and what we're about as an organization, for you to get connected with the Determined Destiny family if that's what you want to do. I want to encourage you. We're working on 3 packages right now. We're working on a $99 package that is all about doing it yourself, where we provide you some videos, we provide you some talking points, and you work with your kid to get the results. And that's perfectly fine. But then we also have a $199 package that allows you to get access to the videos, get a workbook, get some coaching calls with some of our coaches, and attend some webinars that will allow your young man to produce the results that you want to see in him. And then we've got a $299 package. This $299 package will allow you to get more involved. You'll get the first 2 packages, plus you'll get some personalized calls with coaches and invited to some VIP webinars and events that allows your young man to create community with other young men that are committed to being more determined about their destiny. Really excited about what we got coming up, y'all. So want to encourage you, stay tuned to the Determined Destiny family and everything that we've got going on, because it's going to make a difference in your young man. And I am positive it'll make a difference in what you're talking about with your young man, because adding value to that conversation is going to add value to his life and his decision making. And that's what today's conversation is going to be about. We want to talk about our young men being committed to being good at something. Be good at something. So I was having a conversation with a young man who wasn't real sure about what his goals were and where he wanted to go in life and what he wanted to do with himself and his future and all of that. But he said to me something that really sparked a thought in me. And I said, hey, I've got to research that a little bit more, do some more digging about how to make this come to life for him. He said, I want to be good at something. And that just blew my mind, because I never thought about it that way. That if you struggle with things and you don't experience success, you kind of wondering, and our young men are trying to figure out, what can I be good at? I want to be good at something, but I don't really know what that something is. See, I never struggled with that because I was always focused on sports, and that was my thing, right? Whether it's basketball, football, soccer, track, whatever it was that I was involved in, that was the thing that I wanted to be good at. And so I was driven in that direction. But a lot of our young men today, they're not athletes, so they're not driven in that direction. Or they're not band members, or they're not dancers or musicians, naturally. And they haven't had a chance to get involved in that at an early age to where they develop that passion for that. So they don't know what they want to be good at. So today's message is about helping our young men be good at something. So our young men need to be able to identify something that allows them to experience success. You got to experience success in order to get that taste in your mouth about oh, I can be good at this if I put in the right efforts, if I'm willing to practice and study this thing and continue to do it even though I'm not good at it right now. I could be good at that. But the only way you get that is by experiencing some low-level success. So I want to encourage our young men to do 4 different things. First, try many things. Don't limit yourself. Try many things, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whether it's debate and speaking, whether it's dancing, band, whatever it is. Try many things until you figure out what really grabs you. What are you willing to work for? And then that's the second point. Identify what comes natural. What comes natural to you? Like sports was something that came natural to me. I did that at a very early age. Dancing didn't come natural to me. I wasn't good at it. Still not good at it, to be honest with you. But we want our young men to find something that comes natural to them. Some people are natural singers. It just flows out of them. So you got to try many things. That's the first thing. And then figure out what comes natural. That's the second thing. And then once you figure that thing out, then you can begin to identify, third point, identify what makes you feel good inside. Like what really gives you that natural smile on your face after you do that thing. Or it really challenges you to want to be good at it. And that's a good feeling inside when you're challenged and you're able to push and overcome that obstacle, whatever it is you are trying to accomplish. So identify what makes you feel good on the inside. And then fourth, I want to encourage our young men to figure out what are you willing to struggle through to be great at. What are you willing to struggle through to be great at? Because once you do these 4 things, then you're on the path to figuring out what you can be good at. And that's really important. Figure out what you can be good at. So this is about goal setting, right? We talk about goal setting in one of my previous videos. You want to go back and check that out. Goal setting is very important because once you've identified that thing that you want to be good at, then you want to set some goals around that and really work towards that. And that's important because even if you don't stick with it for a long time, you start to establish the process of what it takes to be successful. Identifying what it is you want to go after, set a goal, and work towards it, and continue to struggle through it no matter what. So, but there's one thing that, I really want to talk about. So the things that I've heard our young men say that I've been working with is, I want to be good at sports, or I want to be good at math is a big one that they talk about because that may not come natural to them. And so they're willing to struggle with that thing. I've even heard some young men say, I want to be good at reading. I want to be good at music and playing a musical instrument. Or I really want to know how to dance. And those things are good. And we should put in the effort to be good at those things. But the thing that I want to talk about and that I really want our young men to be great at is decision making. Be great at decision making. See, we're all only as good as the decisions that we make regularly. Wow, that's powerful right there. I'm going to say that again. You're only as good as the decisions that you make regularly. Now, I'm not talking about, occasionally you're going to make a bad decision, make a mistake, and that sort of thing. And that happens to all of us at some point in time. But the thing that I want us to really focus on is in those moments when life really matters, can you make good decisions? And then stack good decisions on top of good decisions. So one good decision might be, I get all my stuff out at night for in the morning. And that's a good decision because that begins to prepare me for the next day, right? And then the alarm goes off in the morning. And I don't hit that snooze button, but I go ahead and push through and get up when the alarm goes off. That's another good decision. And so now I got my stuff out, I'm up on time, and I'm starting my day in a positive way. And whatever that morning routine is, you go into that morning routine, whether that's a workout, whether that's quiet time and breakfast, or whatever that morning routine is. You've started your day off with some good decisions, which will lead to more good decisions later. You know, you've got a decision to make: do your homework or not do your homework. Make that good decision to do the homework before you play the game, or before you go outside, or before you turn on the TV, or whatever the case may be that you do. Make that good decision. When you stack good decisions on top of each other, then we'll experience success. And in the end, that's what it's all about, right? Helping our young men experience success at a high level. We've got to stack good decisions on top of each other so that we can experience some success. So I want our young men to be good at that thing. All those other things are very important in life. But if we can get good at making decisions, man, you're definitely on the road to experiencing success in life. You know, decisions shouldn't be made based on feelings, based on emotions in the moment. You know, all your boys are going over here and they're saying, hey, we're going to go over here. We're just going to run over here to the Sonic, and we're only going to be here for a little while. And you know it's pushing up against your curfew time. You've got to be able to make that good decision, not based on emotions, but make that good decisions based on logic. Make that good decision based on your experience or your preparation. And sometimes you just got to use good common sense, right, to make good decisions. It's just not a good common sense decision to think that you're going to go to Sonic when you know you're 15 minutes away from your curfew. You're going to run over to the Sonic. Y'all going to be there for 30, 45 minutes, you know. Then you're going to be late. You're going to get home. You're going to get fussed at. You get locked out, whatever it is your parents do to you. So we got to be able to make good decisions, not based on emotions. Oh, I really want to do this. I really want to do this. But base it on experience, base it on logic, base it on common sense. Base our experience on preparation. Prepare for it. Base our decisions on preparation. You got to prepare to make good decisions, right? Okay, so, you know, I read something that said 92% of a crowd of 2,000 people worried about making good decisions. And, you know, for me, what that really showed is that oftentimes we make decisions without even thinking. And that is true. You know, we're just going through life. And I'm not talking about the everyday decisions. You know, am I going to eat pizza or hamburgers? You know, that's just a decision you just decide and make. But I'm talking about those real decisions that have outcomes to them. Now, your food choice does have an outcome, don't get me wrong. But, you know, that's just a decision. I'm talking about those life decisions of, do I go to the Sonic and knowing that I'm going to miss my curfew? Or do I say to my friends, no, I got to get to the house. You know, it's pushing up on my curfew time. I told my mom I'll be back at this time, so I want to honor her and respect what I said, let my word mean something, so I'm going to get to the house. Like, that's a real decision, and we got to make the right one in that moment. So, you know, the whole purpose of this is to help our young men be good at something, right? And we want them to be good at something, figure out what that is. I'll run back through that. Try many things. We want them to try many things. We want them to identify what comes natural to them. And then we want them to be able to identify what makes them feel good on the inside. What's that thing that brings them joy, that brings a smile to their face, that brings that competitive nature to life, whatever that is. And then what is he willing to struggle through to be great at? What are you willing to struggle through to be great at? So those are the 4 things that are all about, like, being good at something. But if you're going to be good at one thing that's super important, let it be you're good at decision making, because that's critical. Hey, I'm Coach Kevin. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you heard, so we can get more content coming to you on a regular, because we are on a mission to help our young men be the best that they can be. DeterminedDestiny.org is the website where you can follow us. And then on all the social media platforms at Determined Destiny. We're here to help our young men be the best that they can be. Reach out to me, put some comments below, Let us know how we're doing, and we'd love to connect and hear from you. All right, take care. We'll see you next time.